Celestial Crush, the story of Mia and the Legend of Nero. Hey everyone, it's Tim here with you on the SAGA podcast. If you've been following along, you know how much I love diving into my characters' backstories. Today's episode is dedicated to Mia, who's tall, celestial, fiercely loyal, and hilariously starstruck when it comes to our heroine, Adrianna. So let's peel back the layers of one of my absolute favorites in Legend of Nero. Let's get started. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the SAGA podcast. I'm your host, Tim. And today we're talking all about Mia. If you've been tuning in, you know I love exploring the lore and characters from my Legend of Nero graphic novel and stories as I'm developing them. Plus, I'm always chiming in about art influences, creative processes, and the kind of behind-the-scenes thoughts that come from being a designer and an artist. So today, let's shine a light on one of my favorite characters, Mia Conquest. Mia's origins. So let's start where Mia comes from, both in the story and in my own creative journey. Mia's full name is Mia Conquest. Fun bit of trivia, Conquest was actually the name of a company I started years ago, and Mia originally became the company's mascot. Over time, I kept the name, and the character just grew into who she is today. It's not really used in the story itself, but it's just a neat behind-the-scenes detail. All the characters got to come from somewhere, right? If you've ever created an original character, you know that they come from somewhere. So in the world of Legend of Nero, Mia is a celestial being. She's not of the world of Nero. She exists on another plane entirely. She serves as the right hand to Gaia, as we mentioned before, a godlike being that sets Adrianna on her destiny. So, who is Mia? Who is she exactly? Well, physically she's tall. Probably around 6'2", 6'3". Really tall girl. She's athletic. She's got a curvy build, and she's extremely secure in her femininity and sexuality. She's confident, and she definitely knows how to own a room. But there's this other side to her. Mia can come off a little airheaded sometimes. She's definitely not ditzy, in the sense of lacking intelligence. She's actually quite smart. But she has moments where she seems absent-minded or flustered and frustrated, especially when emotions get involved. So at her core, Mia is a fighter and a protector. She's loyal, she's honest, and dedicated to fulfilling her purpose. When Gaia sends her to protect Adrianna, Mia takes this mission seriously. But it comes with some very complicated feelings. So let's talk about Mia's first meeting with Audrey. When they first meet, I like talking about this because it's one of my favorite scenes. That when Mia meets Adrianna for the first time, she's totally starstruck. Adrianna has been named the Princess of the Stars by Gaia. So in Mia's eyes, Adrianna is practically a celebrity. Meanwhile, Adrianna has no idea who Mia is or why she's suddenly in her life. So when they encounter each other for the first time, Mia's caught between her mission as Adrianna's guardian and being completely tongue-tied because she's in the presence of someone she admires so much. Mia tries to play it off, like she just happened to stumble into Adrianna, but there's a whole series of events that force them to finally interact. And when they do, Mia's so flustered she can barely string a sentence together. So it comes off as ditzy. It's awkward, it's hilarious, and it sets the tone for their dynamic going forward. So Mia experiences a little fangirl moment, right? So speaking of being starstruck, I completely relate to Mia's feelings. So let me share a personal story. Years ago, before the pandemic, my wife and I went to the Dallas Fan Expo. We splurged on a photo and autograph opportunity package to meet Stan Lee. Yeah, the Stan Lee of Marvel fame. So I'm a huge Marvel fan. Iron Man is my favorite, hands down, especially how Robert Downey Jr. portrayed him. So there I was, about to take a picture with Stan Lee. I was absolutely geeking out, and the photo we got afterward, well, my grin was so massive and awkward, I just wanted to slap myself. Sheer embarrassment. I was dressed as Link from Legend of Zelda, so the entire situation was a giant nerd moment and honestly, a little embarrassing. But I got the photo. It's me, my wife, in a picture with Stan Lee, and he autographed one of my Iron Man lithographs. So, awesome! So, let's transition a little bit back to Mia and Adrianna. Mia's relationship with Adrianna goes beyond duty. At first, she's simply captivated by Adrianna's role and presence. But as they travel together, Mia grows to admire and care deeply for her. But here's the twist, Mia's not human. She doesn't experience emotions quite like humans do. She has no frame of reference for romantic love or even deep friendship the way mortals do. So when she starts feeling different around Adrianna, she's very confused. It starts as a friendship. Then as they build trust, Mia begins to realize it's something more, possibly romantic feelings. Probably the first romantic emotion she's ever experienced in her existence. And she's terrified. She worries Adrianna won't feel the same way. She also knows that even hinting at these feelings could jeopardize her mission. So Mia keeps it mostly to herself, though she lets a few comments slip every now and then. Adrianna, meanwhile, is still young, 16 at the start of Volume 1, growing to 18 by the end. She's dealing with her own identity, crisis, and destiny. So a serious relationship isn't exactly on her radar. She cares about Mia, but she's uncertain how to respond when Mia occasionally reveals vulnerability. So Mia's biggest inner conflict comes from what she knows about Adrianna's future. For Adrianna to become the true princess of the stars, she must undergo a powerful transformation. This change will fundamentally alter who she is, possibly in ways Mia can't predict. Mia doesn't know exactly when it will happen or how much it will change Adrianna, but the thought that she may have to say goodbye someday is always lurking in her mind. Despite this, Mia never abandons her mission. She's determined to protect Adrianna no matter what, even as her personal feelings grow deeper and more complicated. So, before we wrap up, let me share one of my favorite comedic moments involving Mia. When Mia first arrives on Nero from the Celestial Plane, she shows up wearing an outfit that's, well, let's say very revealing. It's completely normal celestial garb for Mia, but for people on Nero, it's way outside the norm. Especially for a tall, curvy woman like her. So Mia meets Adrianna for the first time. Out in the freezing snow, wearing practically nothing. And the first thing Adrianna says is, Miss, aren't you cold? And so Mia instantly becomes self-conscious about how she's presenting herself, especially in front of this teenage girl she's supposed to protect. It's completely intentionally comedic moment. It's meant to be an icebreaker and funny. And it's supposed to be a self-aware moment for Mia. She's starstruck and she's completely embarrassed. Audrey will also offer to help her find clothes and such to give her some confidence and to help her out. She's not a big jerk about it. So, when I was writing it, I imagined how mortified I'd be if I met, say, Scarlett Johansson, while accidentally wearing nothing but a Speedo, which would be odd in itself because I don't wear Speedos. Just saying, it would be odd. Totally clueless about how inappropriate it was until it was too late. So that's the vibe I wanted for Mia, confident yet hilariously oblivious at times. So wrapping up, I love Mia's character. She's fierce, she's protective, a bit awkward, and so genuine in her feelings. Mia and Adrianna are two of my favorite characters in the Legend of Nero universe. I believe their relationship is the foundation of the heroes in this story. They make an incredible team, and I can't wait to get more of their story onto paper and into your hands. So thanks for joining me today. This is your boy Tim signing out. Catch you on the next episode of the SAGA podcast.